See You in Health is an improvised parody podcast. Do not attempt to use any of the tips or information contained in this podcast. To do so could endanger your health and wellness.
Hello, we're back.
Welcome back to See You
You in
in
health.
Health. Um, Maybe that'll become something of a calisthenic we do to just bring your body and your mind into the same place in order to receive the podcast better. That sounds like a good idea. Make a mental note of that,
I'm going to.
Sarah.
I want to get my body and my mind in the same place, and I want to make mental notes.
Okay. Well, where there's a will, there's a way.
I like that. It reminds me of William Shakespeare.
Someone probably called him Will.
Maybe his Mama Shakespeare.
Mama Shakespeare. Okay, we better get moving. We have a lot to cover today because we have a wonderful, cutting edge topic to share with the UUs,
You.
and we want to make sure that we can get to it and give it the respect and time it deserves because it was really so amazing. And we're going to do a little bit of practical magic here. So, Sarah, why don't we just get right into it and start talking about what we're into this week? Did you happen to have something planned that you wanted to share?
I do. I am really excited to share with everyone what I've been into this week, and that is that I have been training pigeons, and I've got a local group of them that I have corralled in the town square, and I go on visits to them, and I give them instructions and I'm training them. So I have befriended one named Paul, and he is my most greatest follower of my directions and my orders. I will say, Paul, must you eat something? And then he'll go eat something. And then I'll say, Paul, gather with the others. And he'll gather with the others. Um, it really it brings me joy to see them all and to know that they are together. The big one.
I think that's what. Can I just break in? I think that's wonderful
Thank
that
you.
you're uh, communing with the animals. I don't know how I feel about animals being quote unquote trained. Uh, and yet, it sounds like everything you're asking this pigeon to do is something that a pigeon always does.
So I didn't want to be overbearing in my training because I also believe what you believe. Even if I don't know it, I believe what you believe. So I did. I did go to Paul, and I did ask him. I said, Paul, I got his permission. So I said, hello, my name is Sarah. Your name seems to be Paul.
And that's where I'd like to stop you for a second. How did you how did it seem to be Paul?
He just seemed like a Paul, and so
I see.
and he agreed
Go
with
on.
me. So I said, "Is your name Paul?" And he went and he nodded.
He
So
nodded.
I
Being a
just
pigeon.
what?
I said being a pigeon, he nodded.
I mean, he's very friendly. And so that is so I thought, okay, Paul of this group, Paul seems the most coachable. So in like a training environment, I mean, I consider myself a coach to these pigeons if they're going through something. I want to know about it.
May I ask how you can tell Paul apart from the others?
He is a little bit gray, um,
A little bit.
and he'll come towards me. He'll come towards me.
Okay. I get it now. I get it now. So, well, that's wonderful. And how that relates to health and wellness, I would say it brings you happiness, and getting out in the sun is probably good.
And they say anytime you spend with animals, it lowers your
Yeah.
heart rate, it makes you
Hmm.
feel good, it makes you go back to the time when you were once an animal too. So it just has all the it has all the benefits.
Those, the, that's the group. That's the grouping. Lower heart rate. Going back to the time when you were an animal. What else is needed?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What are you into this week, Seth?
Well, this week, I really started to look at diet, right?
Mm.
Because we sometimes, in the mass media, is always saying to us, like, try this new diet. Ooh, eliminate this from your diet. This is good. This is bad. How long can you go without?
Eating.
Well, we've been down that road. How can you eliminate dairy? People are eliminating sugar. People are eliminating uh, animal byproducts. And I started to think to myself, if something's organic, it's good.
Yes.
Yeah. So I started to look on the internet because I figured I can't be the first one to think of this. And I found it's a breakthrough. Organic sugar.
I love it. I love sugar.
Absolutely organic. It is from sh- plants. There's no animal byproducts in sugar.
That we know
Uh,
of.
that we know of. I would say that the sugar producers know of, and probably that animals know of. But we're getting far afield. What my big the thing I just want to mention is organic sugar. It tastes just like sugar.
Do you do spoonfuls of it just to do taste tests like side by side?
I did a number of spoonful testings, and I did it side by side at my local Denny's. Because as you know, when you order coffee at one of those places, they'll bring you the most heinous array of sweeteners known to science. And I just brought in a little baggie, a little Ziploc baggie about yay big,
Some white powder?
some, well, it's more brown.
Oh.
It's organic, you see. And so I didn't want to bring a whole can. It comes from a can. And because that would tip off the Denny's server. And
Never tip off a Denny's server.
I
Never.
never want to rile or disturb anyone in the service industry. They're so angry already. So
They're
I just
never
brought this.
angry at me.
It's funny how we all have our own truth. That works out. So I just brought a little sampling of this organic sugar. I tried it
Right
up
now?
against everything else. It won every time.
Did you have others tasting or only you?
I trust my own sense of taste. I've always been somewhat of a connoisseur of flavors and
Flavors?
cuisines from around the globe. I have a very, very educated palate. I'll say that. I'm a bit of a foodie, as you know, Sarah. I'm very, very particular about what goes in my body. And because I treat it like a temple, as one should. And Imagine my delight when organic sugar won.
I think what you're doing is so special when you're going out in public and you're bringing your own sugar and you're saying, to heck with what everyone around me thinks. I'm just going to get here and be by myself and do a taste test on myself and surprise myself with the results.
Take yourself out on a date.
Self
Listen to me,
dating.
people. Date yourself.
Oh, Seth, I have a great business idea. How about a self dating website? We could create one for See You in Health.
I guess my question would be, why do you need a website for that? You already know you.
Just so that you can um, date yourself. Because I think that everyone uses the dating websites now
Right. Okay.
for dating. So you mentioned dating. So that's why.
I I choose, this is just for me. I'm not saying this is for everyone. I choose to date myself in an analog way.
Mm,
It works for me.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, we have some, like I said, cutting edge stuff coming up. Perhaps you've all heard recently in the media about sound baths. They're wonderful. It is an aid to meditation. There's so many benefits. I'm jazzed.
Aren't we all?
So, we are going to talk to you about something. If you don't have time for a sound bath, how about a sound shower? Sarah and I have developed something for you. We're very eager to share it, and we will right after this.
You've heard it before. Don't go in the sun without sunscreen. Or always use moisturizer. Or oat milk's better than regular milk. It's enough to drive you crazy. Well, now there's one cream, a simple organic moisturizing cream, presumably containing oat milk, Delure Organic Oat Cream. Finally, an organic cream that does it all. Protects from sun damage, moisturizes the skin, and mentions oat milk. Go to deloreskincare.com/oatmilk and use the unique code HEALTH for 15% off. There's no reason to go one more day without an organic moisture cream that mentions oat milk. That's deloreskincare.com/oatmilk/HEALTH and make the phrase oat milk a part of your skincare routine.
We're back, and we have an interesting topic today. Sarah, do you want to tell them a little bit about it?
I am so excited because Seth and I got really interested in sound baths once we learned about them. And we really wanted to become experts in the field of doing sound baths for people because they can give you so many positive kind of things. So Seth went down to a local training spot and registered himself. He was turned away. There seemed to be some sort of confusion about any of his wellness
It was,
credentials.
yes, there was some confusion. I don't want anyone to think there was any kind of a melee. It simply was misunderstanding.
Yeah, it nobody told him like, "Hey, you don't have the proper credentials and you cannot teach wellness of any type, and therefore
No,
you are not qualified to take this credentialing for doing sound baths." Nobody
no.
said that to him.
Right, nobody said that, Sarah. Nobody said that.
Nobody said
What
that.
they No, nobody said that. What they did say, and I'm just paraphrasing, is we demand that to facilitate a sound bath that you have uh, a responsibility to a certain amount of educational hours. The funny part is, I didn't have a problem with that. Um, but we will say that for whatever reason, and I do think it was a bit of mismanagement on their end, I was asked to leave, and that is their prerogative. I absolutely respect that. So I did. I did try to re enter through the back door, which they had guarded. Now, what I say is, what kind of a healing space posts a guard at the back door? I mean, come on. It was sad, and I'm not going to mention the name of the place because they don't need any kind of. It feels retaliatory, and so namaste, and I hope that the Garden Grove Tibetan Healing Temple continues unabated, and that nobody quits classes they're taking. All of this to say that it got Sara and I thinking, well, if we can't give sound baths, what about sound showers?
There's no credentialing requirements for sound showers, no
You
training
can give
required.
yourself one.
What, Seth?
You can give yourself one.
You can give yourself a sound shower. You can give a friend a sound shower. You don't need any training. You don't need any fancy degrees.
Although I will say that if you do wish to have Sara and I facilitate a sound shower for you, we are doing that now. And we have 3 levels: bronze, silver, and golden.
It's the highest level. It's
Highest level we provide, it is 100% organic.
We are not holding anything back.
We're not holding anything back. We give our attention 100% to you. We can stream if you want. Live
Want to live
stream
stream
Golden
it?
Shower. Yes. And we can do it in any room of your house. It doesn't have to be in the bathroom. It could be anywhere you wish. Some people like a golden shower outside.
I think they want to show off.
I think they do. Well, they usually invite a few of their neighbors, and that we like.
The driveway is a nice place
Yes.
to do this sort of thing. We just
We
really
usually
want
get quite a few. We usually get quite a few nosy walkers by who are saying things like, "What the heck do you think you're doing?"
I think, a lot of people have not been introduced to sound showers because they are so, so new. This is cutting edge, folks. You are only hearing about this from us. I'm really excited because Seth and I are going to demonstrate today what
We
we
are.
could be doing in your home
Yes.
with you.
And so we're going to do that today. I'm going to give Sara a sound shower, and she is going to give me one. You, the lucky ones, will receive it by merely being present.
And I think if we didn't mention this already, one of the really neat things about sound showers is they're quick. These
Yes.
sound baths, not everybody has time for a
Yes.
long, luxurious sound bath.
Much as we would love it.
Oh, we would love it. If they would let us back in, we would love to come a knocking on the door and get the training, the proper training, but without
Of
it,
course. Absolutely.
we do because we just need to.
Yes. Yes. And so, my question to you is, how many people have a sterling silver bowl in their home? If you do, just get it out. Just get it out. It has to be sterling silver. It is also helpful if you have a sterling silver
Butter
little.
knife?
This is a butter knife, but it can be anything really, pencil. And then Now just listen to it has to vibrate,
Okay.
right? You can't you can't just put the Carpenters on and
Oh, I
say you're getting a
wish.
sound. Oh, it might be lovely, but it's not a sound shower.
Wow, 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 wow.
Now, I found my no applause, and no applause is ever needed, just appreciated. Um, the I actually found this in my chill space. I believe it was being used as an ashtray
Isn't that
by
neat?
locals. Yes, I thought it could give it new life. Outside of the monstrosity of smoking, I could actually have um, something that's going to create good in people's lives. It does have a stamp on the bottom, a hallmark. I can't quite read it. I think that it might say Revere.
Like
This
Paul
might be
Revere?
this might be Revere wear, you know. So, and it doesn't matter because what matters is the tone. This tone is a B flat. This tone is a B flat, which has been shown to be the most conducive note to calm anxiety, to take you deeper into a meditative state. So that's why I use this.
It
And so,
also releases bowels, what I am told.
that may be. I wouldn't be surprised because of the mind body connection. So go before you bathe.
Unless you're constipated, then go see Seth if you're constipated.
Really, I'm hoping that you don't. There's so many opportunities in the modern world to use the facilities before you go to a sound bath or a sound shower, quick as it is. And I know I don't have a facility for anyone to use. The wonderful thing is that everyone's got something like this. Sarah, what have you brought with us today?
Oh, well, I brought my own natural instrument, so I guess I will just sort of,
Huh?
go with the flow and I will just give you a sound shower right now.
Okay. So,
Hey, you about done in there?
okay, so for the people who are listening for
Ooh.
free, you are missing the visual, which is that Sarah is seems to be indicating that she's doing a wind and rainstorm.
Yes, so to the listeners who are not yet our video subscribers, but will be someday in the future, we are
We're going to talk about that a little later, but yes,
and by we, I mean me and my hands, we are demonstrating that you do not need any fancy bowls that you find that are ashtrays. You don't need any fancy nothing. You just need your hands and your mouth, and you can give an amazing shower.
hands in your mouth. So, give me a second. Just a little bit sneezing, just sneezing. Oh, usually Sarah's the one that has the allergies. I think I'm allergic to
Ah,
something in this room.
whew.
Oh,
Oh,
oh. It might be the ashes in the bowl. The
see,
sterling silver, gorgeous Revereware bowl.
I think I'm allergic to silver. That must be it.
Well, then the lady shall only have gold.
Oh, thank you, Seth. That is
Yeah,
that's really great.
that's really great. Um, Now, a musical instrument, there's nothing wrong with having a musical instrument if you don't have a sterling silver bowl. Maybe you have maracas or even a glockenspiel.
Or maybe a tambourine hanging out around.
Yes, maybe you're one of those people that thinks a tambourine is a musical instrument and that when a band that you're in performs, you get up on stage with it and wave that around and believe you're part of the band.
So it can really be anything that you have.
It can be anything that you have, and I think it's a mark of who you are, of what you bring to a sound shower.
Right.
Now anybody can just walk in and say, "Oh, I'm a musician. I'm giving sound showers," And like we said, you don't have to have a credential. It's not like snobby sound baths. You can actually uh, feel quite competent giving a sound shower. But I would add, do you really want that though? Wouldn't it be better to have,
Us.
excuse me,
Us.
us come and oh, yes, what a duet. So, uh, so we will be touring, and we've left our summer calendar open.
Wide open. Nothing
It's
going
wide
on.
open. It's wide open. We're happy to travel anywhere in the continental U.S., um, which we, um, let me rephrase that. We're happy to travel to you wherever you are. If it's beyond our ability to get there in a cars, because we're coming from different places,
We
so
could go together though.
we'll probably each want our own car. Um, and which is, you know, the last time we went on tour, well, it wasn't really a tour. We went up to the mountains of Idaho, where I borrowed my roommate's biodiesel trike car. Um, but I don't have access to anymore. Apparently, it takes a certain type of oil, which I was not aware of. So I just put, plain old vegetable oil, and I was soundly shamed, which is why I say shaming doesn't work because I have not changed my behavior. But so I don't have that ability. So probably I'll need to fly. I'm willing to go coach. I have to make some concessions. But I do need to bring the bowl. And then Sarah will get to you some other way because she does live quite a distance from me.
Well, if it's easier for you use to book us together, we will get together. We will sit in the seats right next to each other. We will talk. We will have an amazing time. I cannot leave the country only because of the courts watching me, but it's very friendly. They're just interested in me. So, I just wouldn't leave the
Oh,
country.
are you telling us that you're a person of
Yes, I'm a
interest?
person of interest. They're very
Oh,
interested in me. Kind of,
who's
if you,
they?
yeah,
Who's they? You
the
said that they
courts,
are very
the courts are very
the
interest.
courts.
The courts, the court system is very interested in me. So they watch my movements, where I go, where I come from, all of that kind of thing. And it's only curiosity. Just like if I go on the internet and I say, hey, where were rabbits first born ever in the world? Like, it's kind of just like that, but it's about me for the courts. And so, therefore, they don't want me to leave the country so they can just watch me better.
When the time comes, the arrangements absolutely can be made for sound showers provided by Seth and Sarah. Do you know what? That's SSSS.
Ah, I love it.
Seth and Sarah's Sounds Showers.
Yay!
We have our own tongue twister.
Yay!
How fun. And we are happy to come and provide you with a sound shower. Unlike the sound bath community, which seems a bit rigid
They're very rigid.
in what they allow. Which is weird because sound baths are supposed to relax one.
But they
That's
don't.
too bad.
I mean, I think it's jealousy because we have this platform where we have these UUs, and we would love to hear from you, UUs. So
Oh,
put in the comments. Tell us
absolutely.
how this makes you feel, what we did today.
Let us know. We're going to give you one more sound bath before we go. And please let us know in the comments below what comes up for you. How does it resonate? Maybe someone has a headache out there.
It's gone. Headache gone. Goodbye.
Wow!
Bye bye.
I hope that helps, and you continue to keep your mind open and really, really let us in because we're so eager to share our findings.
We need it.
Whenever we discover something like this, it's like spontaneous
Combustion.
It's like spontaneous combustion. We just explode with happiness. Well, if there's no more to it, maybe Sara will sound shower you out.
Are you coming out? In a minute. And showered.
And showered. I have to admit, I don't understand what the vocals are for. But I'm sure they serve a purpose, because everything serves a purpose.
It's about the sounds of the shower.
Oh, okay, I get it. That's when are you coming out of there? Okay. Well, please do let us know how you find the sound shower experience. Let us know where you are, and if you would like a bronze shower, silver shower, or golden shower, and we will be coming to ya. You might want to just make those arrangements, make sure you know when we're coming. All that can be handled, and we look forward to meeting you in person. It's going to be like a meeting of the minds.
Oh, I'm so excited to meet all of our UUs when they hire us.
Yeah. And by the way, Sara can't leave the country, but I can.
But we do not want to be separated. We know that. Seth and I don't want to separate.
If you are what's important.
That's right. I am what's important.
And so the UUs shall have whatever. We are bound to the UUs to give you whatever you need. Whether it's here or Timbuktu.
They would never want to separate us. Never,
okay.
Never.
Separate but equal. All right, so the end of the show, as usual, we must say to you, we will see you in hell.
Seth was played by Peter Hawkins. Sara was played by Vicky Kreckler. Theme music composed by Stevie Cornell. I have been your announcer, Josh Jones. This has been a production of Mookish Enterprises.